Mithran, and I'm telling the famous 5 stories written by Enid Blyton. I'm the first book called Fire on a Treasure Island, and I'm in the third chapter. In the previous chapter, George took the children to the bay, and the children asked, "What's the island and the castle?" George replied, "One day it's gonna be my very own castle and my very own island." Now let's go into chapter 3 called A Peculiar Story and a New Friend. The children stared at George and asked, "No child can own an island." Then George said, "If you want, you can ask my mother." So then the children remembered that Aunt Fanny told them George is absolutely truthful. So the children believed George and asked the story behind it. So George said, "Let's go a place where no one can hear us." So the children went to a sandy corner and George began. "My mother's family owned most of the island lands over here, and when they got poor, they sold all the lands, but still we are left with this island. No one wanted to buy this because it was just worth money, and there was a ruined castle. So who would buy that? So no one bought that. Now George's mother only has a farm, their home, and then an island. Then Dick wanted to go to the island, so he asked George if he could go there. George said, "It's really hard to go there. We need a boat, and there are so many rocks surrounding the island. And if we go there with the boat, if we get a boat, we will bump, and the water is pretty deep, and it's too dangerous for us to go there." George also added that there are many wrecks. Then Julian got excited and asked, "Can we see a wreck?" Then George replied, "There's nothing. They cleared everything. And there's only one wreck in the other side of the island, deep in the water. The ship belonged to my great-great-great-grandfather, who was bringing a lot of gold when the ship got wrecked." And then Annie asked, "What about the gold?" George replied, "We have no idea. Maybe someone has stolen it. We have already sent the divers in, but they don't know where the gold is." Then she also said that maybe this afternoon we can all go there because the water is clear, the tide is low, and the water is calm. So she also said that I'll go and fetch Timmy. Then Dick asked, "Who is Timmy?" Then George said, "Keep this as a secret. Don't tell it to my parents. Timmy is my greatest friend. I will not do anything without him." So she went to fetch Timmy. She went up the cliff and went to fetch Timmy. When she went off, the children were discussing who in the world would be Timothy. They thought it might be a fisher boy. But when George came, they didn't see a fisher boy. Instead, they saw a big brown mongrel dog with a long tail and a wide mouth. George introduced Timothy, and the children all loved Timothy. And George said, "Last year when we went to the moors, we found him as a puppy. Then we took him home, and then Mom and Dad loved him. Then after some days, he started being naughty and chewy. He chewed Dad's papers, slippers, and rugs at the home, and Mom's hat. So both of them said to get rid of Timothy, but I didn't because I love Timothy. And instead of getting rid of Timothy, I gave Timothy to a fisher boy, which I know, called Alf, and I sent him to look after him. Then he said, I need some money. So George gave all our pocket money. Then the children asked, what? Don't they eat sweets or ice cream? No. I spend all my pocket money eating Timothy. Then when Julian asked, the friends who come to play in the beach might give you some sweets or ice creams. George said, no, I didn't give anything to them, so I didn't get anything from them. Then everyone heard the ice cream man's bell tinkle. So Julian rushed and got 4 ice cream chocolate bars and came back to gave one to George. When Timothy saw Julian giving George an ice cream, Timothy jumped and licked him. Then he said, see, Timothy likes us. Then when he offered it to George, George refused because I didn't give anything to you, so I'm not gonna get anything from you guys. Julian said, it's okay, have it. So again George refused, and then Julian said, you can share Timmy with us and the island. Then George accepted it and had the ice cream and gave few crumbs to Timothy, and she said, this is the best ice cream I've ever had. Then George said, this afternoon we will go to Kieran Island. And everyone said, brother! And Timothy thumped his tail on the ground, wagged his tail as he understood everything the children told. This is the end of this chapter, and wait till the next chapter comes, called An Exciting Afternoon. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please subscribe and hit the bell button to get more videos on me telling the famous 5 stories. See you next time. Bye bye.